On to today's stream. I was going to do a bunch of prep for this this morning, get the soldering done and check on the machines that I'm going to be testing the Backbit cartridge with, and I didn't, so I'm completely unprepared. So if you're watching this, say hi, go into chat and ask me questions. I'm just going to be building this little adapter, if I can show it here. I'm going to be building this little adapter for the Radafin 1292 or Prinztronic MPU series of consoles. And then I'm going to be testing them out on maybe this machine. Oh, this is just the box. Okay. Well, this is the box of an MPU 2000. I think the machine itself is in here. Let's see if I can show you this. Ta-da! The machine's okay on this table, but the box is too big. There we go. Yeah. So this is it. I have not tested this yet, but this is a 2000 model, so there's no external power supply. But we'll find out if it works, and then we'll find out if the Backbit cartridge works and the adapter and everything else. So, okay, just had a little camera glitch. If it doesn't, then I have another machine, and then if I really dig into boxes, I think I've probably got another 15 or more machines that would be compatible. So I'm sure we'll find one, right? I'm sure we'll find one. I might have to go off camera and hunt around a bit, and I also I want to put my some of the coding examples that I've written on the Backbit cartridge as well, and see if I can get those playing. So yeah, let me just check to see that we're streaming okay. Just bear with me a second. Yep, looks like. And on Twitch. Sorry about the radio silence. I'm just sending notifications out that I'm streaming. All right. So yeah, pop into chat if you happen to be watching. I don't think anybody is watching yet, so never mind. This is probably not going to be too interesting, but I'll talk about it nonetheless. This is the adapter that comes with a Backbit, and you'll see that there's a cutout in the connector, and that cutout corresponds to, probably not going to focus very well, but cutout corresponds to this little box here. So anyway, we'll also notice that if I put it in like that, you can see the pins on the connector only just reach the pads on the adapter, because there's this flashing here, where the individual little boards were connected. These sort of perforated to board that are broken off. They stick out too far, so I'm going to cut them off. I'm not going to sand it right back though. The other ones I sanded right back to the point where the pins on the connector were going completely over the pads, and so I'd like to leave about a quarter of the pad clear, just so that it takes solder better. But let's clip these with some snippers. Be a little bit careful. I don't want to damage the board at all. So there we go. What's that like? Could probably do with a little bit more. This looks like there's actually a bit more of a lip on this particular adapter than on previous ones. So maybe I will just sand it a little bit. Yep. This will be like the third or fourth one of these that I've done. Still not sure what the best method is, but yeah, I reckon that's good enough. Also, I think from the stream yesterday, it was right on the limit. I noticed there was a crackle. Clearly, the CPU in my little Workbench PC was struggling to encode everything in in enough time. So I haven't changed the settings for this stream. I didn't have time really, but I know it's a little bit of an issue, so I might have to dial it back a little bit. So yeah, we'll see if it's really annoying anyone. Then yeah, let me know. Okay. So that's how it goes. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tin all of these contact pads, just so yeah we get a bit of solder underneath the pins on the connector. So I'm going to put it around this way. In a good position. There we go. What's my soldering iron? Over here. Okay. Get that. Get some flux paste. Okay. And some solder. Windows open. Let's stick the fan on. There we go. You can see this okay. I could zoom in a little bit, couldn't I? There we go. And then I'm going to wick it off. Let's put the iron up a little bit for this. Zoom. There we go. It's copper nice and hot. There we go. Probably taking a bit too much off again. Kind of spread it out a little bit. Just want a nice thin bit of solder across them, but not so much the pins will go over over the edge of the board. There we go. Let's good. Quite a bit of blue tack residue on the other set of pins here, which is a bit annoying. This blue tack has obviously picked up a load of flux and garbage. Let's try and clean it off a bit. Okay, there you go. I mean, I could put it in a little PCB holder, but it seems a bit excessive. That's just a quick job. Okay, turn the temp down a little bit again. Get some flux on. Yeah, so I want to tin them up with a nice lot of solder to start with, and then wick it off and make sure that there's just a nice little layer before I do this drilling in earnest. The iron back up to 400. Heat the copper up. Come on. Possibly with a bit more flux. There we go. Once the copper's hot, it wicks easily. There we go. Still a little bit too much, I think. Oops. Okay. Now then, hopefully, there we go. Nice. Yeah, you can see that, but those pins should go nice and centrally on both sides over the tinned pads. And then let's stick it down on this side. That's right. We won't need too much flux because there's a decent amount of solder on the pads anyway. So I'm just going to put a little bit. Hey Derek. What's going on? doing this like this, it's always a little bit tricky because I'd normally have my face closer to what I'm doing, so I can't see as much as I normally would probably. It's a little bit fuzzy. But basically I'm just getting enough solder on these pins to assure myself that there's good connection. Probably do some more. We will of course do the solid test, which I'm sure some people are familiar with. Okay. I really want to do it so it doesn't leave little spikes. One of the things that the solder does is leave little spikes as the iron comes off it. Like it to be smooth. Okay. Now the question is, am I going to be able to see this? But you might see this better than me. Which one here? I think it might be. Maybe that one. Yeah, probably not the cleanest job. As long as it works. Definitely good. Definitely in the right place. Alright, let's do the other side and then we can try it out on a working machine. Obviously, when you buy these, you don't have to do this. I bought a bunch in kit form to solder up myself because, I don't know, they're a few dollars cheaper, basically. So, given that I was buying so many of them for different different consoles, I figured I might as well get as many in kit form as possible and make them up myself. I mean, how hard can it be? And yeah, it's not hard. Although, like I said yesterday, the Amatex one doesn't have that marking on it. I'm not quite sure whether that's there's a reason for that, or it's just me not reading something or being stupid. Alright, let's get some solder on them all, and then I'll go over them. Of course, I could heat them up. I could hot air them, and then the solder would all kind of probably flow more naturally. But I'm not very experienced with using hot air. I don't do a lot of SMD soldering, and I would undoubtedly melt the plastic connector. And I want to do though is make sure that the solder that's already on the pads is nice and fluid underneath where the pin are. Alright. Probably it. Anyway, how are you, Derek? How are things up there? Are you at work today? I know you were working on a Sunday a few weeks ago. They're all good. They're all good. Okay. Oh, nice. Got my little brush here. Just give it a quick clean with IPA. What is it you're working on? I know you make medical equipment, don't you? Well, that's what you were doing in your workshop. Okay, let's change the zoom. so you can see a bit better. Yep. All good, I reckon. Right, clear the decks a little bit. Okay. Right then. A slug of coffee. Turn the bench power off. I'll leave my soldering iron over there. Oh, that's probably virtually cold now already. Oh, okay. Density gradients. Polysomes. Or whatever that is. It sounds either like biotech or materials, like, you know, plastics. But I have no idea. Right then, let's get this machine out. Yeah, this is literally going to be a plug it in and see, because bio. I have to look this up, but if I remember correctly, this was a Facebook Marketplace purchase that I primarily got. The guy who owned it. Let me get it out of the box first. Yeah, the primary reason I got it is because it came with an almost complete set of boxed games. But also because it was in really nice condition, because the price was good, because it came in a tatty but more or less intact box with the original polys in it, and was a really good price. So, as per usual, I couldn't resist, really. But it has been sitting in a box for a couple of years. So it's about time it came out. And as I say, I've never even tried it. So this, again, like the C64 yesterday, big mistake putting it in. If it was the MPU 1000, I would probably test the power supply. I've got a little load tester, so I'd probably test that. first, but as this is all internal, I don't really want to take it apart and check the power supply. So I'm just going to try it out, make sure that the machine's off. Also got two fully intact original joystick handles, which is a pretty unusual thing for one of these. They're really, really thin. This plastic would get broken off. So yeah, you can always tell which machines actually got used by kids and which ones didn't. It's very often the left joystick that's broken, but both of these handles look mint, so I don't think this one got very much use. I suspect it was bought around the same time as the family got a home computer. Who'd play with one of these if you had a Specky, eh? Right, so let's set the video part of this up. And then I'll go and get the Backbit cartridge as well. I'm going to test it on a known working cartridge. I've got a few sitting here. I'll probably use Soccer because you can test all of the buttons on the controls. Oops. There we go. That's that. Okay. Right, so the RF lead from the console is now going into VHS video recorder, and I'm using the tuner on that VCR. Then goes via SCART into the TV. So hopefully I'm going to grab a cartridge and switch this on. Let's grab Soccer. So there's the cartridge slot. There we go. I don't know if did you lose vision then? Just had a resync glitch here. So this should work. When I turn this on and I hit load program, it should initialize the cartridge. We probably won't see an image though, because it's not tuned to the right station, it's the right place. And then I'll start the tuner auto seek going to see if we can get a signal off it. That's the plan. So let's switch to here. Here, there. So you can see the console. If I move it this way a little bit, you can see the buttons I'm pressing. And you can see the video output, hopefully. In fact, that's not quite entered. Okay, yeah. I think the settings I've got are now overloading my PC a little bit, so I'll have to make some tweaks to it. Right, and now I'm going to set it searching. Load program. Okay. Hopefully that no signal should disappear at some point. I expect it to be about now. Nope. Oh dear. There's no good way of telling whether the machine itself is on these, because they don't have a light or anything. I kind of would have expected there to be maybe a slight buzz. Okay. Alright, we have something. Let's just try a different card, just in case it's a... Right. We definitely have a video signal. Let's get service all into the cartridge slot. Nope. How about invaders? Oh, did you see that? There for a split second. Is it here? Oh, it is there. I get a flash of game up just when it's switched off. What's going on there? Probably means the cart is loading properly. Yeah, it flashes up. Yeah, I think there's a power issue. I suspect there's a power issue. Probably not getting the right voltages. And then just as I turn it off and the capacitors unload, it reaches the right point for a split second, and we get an image. We see what the processor is putting out, or what the PLI is putting out. But it's not right otherwise. Don't know what you think, Derek, but I think the tuning is okay. I don't think there's an image elsewhere on the spectrum. I think it's going to need some more investigation. Oh. Sorry, I said scanning, but it had stopped. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this camera keeps disconnecting, doesn't it? Which probably doesn't help because it's running a microphone as well. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm just turning it off is what I'm doing. I'm just switching it off to make it flash. I mean, I think unless it's the load program switch. No, I think, yeah, it flashes up sometimes as I switch it off. Well, let's not do it now. But when I switch it on, it clearly has power, but it's just putting out a blank screen. Yeah. Okay, let's try the Prinztronic Cart. we've put this all the way back in its box. Okay. Actually, what's in there? No, that's not right. Okay, bear with me a sec. I'm just going to pause stream and go and get this other Prinztronic that I haven't tested yet. And I'm also going to get the Backbit cartridge and SD card. I'll be 5 minutes. Okay. Right, I'm back. And this time I've got a very nice Prinztronic VC6000 in a box that completely fills the screen. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to show this. I'm going to hit the camera. The camera keeps dropping out. Really need to sort that. So here we go. This is still with its original polys and everything. So there's one of the labels or one of the tabs of the box. So when I refurbish this box, I'll have that. Two very nice examples of Prinztronic games. So they're obviously Acetronic cartridges and boxes with the Prinztronic label stuck over them here. And we have a little antenna to game switch, which we won't be using. Power supply, controllers, which presumably have the joystick handles on. Yeah, they do. So yeah, really interesting to see how these were packaged when they first came out. I just need to find somewhere to put all of this. I kind of want all of this stuff to stay together, so let's see. I think it's all going to have to come out of the box, isn't it? And yeah. We have some documentation in the bottom of the box here, including a receipt from Dixon's. Amazing. There's an overlay. Okay, let's put this box away. Alright, so this presumably goes here, like that. What does this Dixon's receipt say? It's 139.99, 140 quid. Oh no, this is for the cart. This is 30.99. This is just for cart number 4. So that's just a receipt for this tank in battle cart number 4, 14 quid. 14 quid in, is there a date? 1980. Yeah, date Feb. Sure, that just says Feb 1980, doesn't it? There's no day. No day, month, year. Yeah, February 1980. Branch stamp. Wooder. No, number 4. Wood green. Mrs. Searle. Nice. This is brilliant. Okay, 14 quid in 1980. Let's do a quick conversion on that. So how much was £14 in 1980? I think I'm gonna be shocked at how much that is, I bet. Okay. Go away. £75. 75 quid. Absolutely mad, isn't it? Stuff is expensive. Okay, let's get these off. I'm gonna take the overlays off as well, and then power supply. Take the trolleys out. There we go. Now get this power supply isolated. I could go and find a working power supply. I could give it a quick multimeter test. I think I built a little connector. I'm not sure what I did with it. I'll have a look. It could be one of the drawers here. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think. Oh, that's a 4-pin. Okay. Okay, it's just a normal Radifin one. There's the there's the little adapter. Cute. Let's get this over here. Right, let's have a look at this. So, yeah. Power goes there. Now, I think I've got the. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I thought so. There's a 4-pin power supply, and my little adapter is a 5-pin. I wonder if these are different from the Prinztronic ones, but that's not going to go. That's not going to fit in there, unfortunately, because those. What's that even testing? Also a 5-pin. Oh, there's a 4-pin female, which is like that one. So where's the 4-pin male? That's annoying. I could have sworn I had a little tester for these. I've got a little load tester, or USB powered load tester. So you basically select the load that you're testing, and you got a couple of banana clip or little cable traps there. You connect up, and then you can see how the power supply behaves under load. Obviously these produce two different voltages, so you have to do it one for each, but yeah, I don't know where the little tester has gone. Anyway, let's plug this power supply in and see if we can just test it with a multimeter anyway. Can't quite remember what the pinouts are. I'm not sure I can even get in there actually. I might just try it. Try using this instead. So. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm making any contact there. I thought they were diagonally opposite each other, like that and like that, but I'm not getting anything. And if they're next to each other, also not getting anything. And I mean, it doesn't come out AC, does it? Ah, yeah, it does. 15, 9.6. There we go. So that's good. I mean, I don't know how it's going to hold up under load, but these things only use about half an amp anyway. So I can't imagine it's going to behave a lot differently. Yeah, of course it gets rectified inside the machine, doesn't it? Okay. So let's plug the aerial in. Hopefully we have more with this machine. And if this one doesn't work, then I do have an Prinztronic as well, also sitting in a box, untested. And then after that, I'll go to the storeroom. Okay. Do. Machine is off. Should go in this way. Come on. Okay. Alright, that's in. Let's try this Invaders cartridge again. Put all this back. This is... Maybe I never actually built it. No, that's these are 5 pins. Yeah, they're 5 pins. What I need is I need a 4-pin male. That's what I actually need, isn't it? Yeah. Five-pin male, 5-pin male, 4-pin female. So, either I never actually built it, or it's lying around somewhere. But it would need a 4-pin male DIN plug. Anyway, here we go. On, clear, and then let's hunt for it. Hunt for the signal. Oh, that's sorry. There. Come on. Oh, yes! Yay! Game select. Start. Look at that. Sound. Where are we? Oh yeah. It's on. it's on moving bullets mode, which means you can. Oh, fire button's a bit sticky. You can't move whilst the bullet's moving. Ridiculous mode. I'm pretty sure the Atari, I mean the Atari version of Space Invaders has like 140 different with your shot on those one. Oh, this is player 2. Okay. Alright, so we're quids in here. Let's just test these controllers. Oops. Okay, so you start the game by kicking off. Yeah, there we go. So this basically, it's a little. This needs a clean. It's a big dead spot in the middle of this joystick. And I'm going to move it here so you can see it a little bit. But yeah, the players are controlled with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down. Is that how it works? Those are fire. I think this. So this top one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 needs to shoot because 5 is engaged with the ball. There we go. 5, 6, the keeper. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's exactly 11 keys on the controller, and these 3 fire buttons, they're all the same, they're all connected. So these 2 that are red and this one in the middle. I've always kind of wondered whether these controllers were designed specifically to be able to play 11-a-side sports games, which seems ridiculous. So this is perfect. I don't even need to refurbish this controller. This controller is responding perfectly. That's amazing. Alright, let's try player 2. So let's bring this player back here and then shoot. Yep, fire button works. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, what a lovely machine. This thing's perfect. Very good. I need to look up how much I paid for this. I do keep meticulous records of everything. But yeah, I wonder how much this actually cost. And with all the, the box and polys and everything in it, the game receipt from Dixon's and everything, all of that, I'll look it up in a sec. But before I do that, let's do the thing that we're here for. Hit Backbit Cart. Alright, there we go. Here's the Backbit cartridge, and here's the adapter that I've made. And so, there we go. There's the SD card. So I should be able to poke this through the little door into the machine. There we go. This is the moment of truth, isn't it? Oh. Amazing. Okay. how do I move up and down? Okay, it's on the buttons here. So, is that's down? Is that up? Okay, up and strange. That's a fire button. Is that? That's jump a page at a time. That's up and down. Is enter down here fire? Yes. Okay, so we're using this on some. In fact, do we have? Yeah, we don't. This is the special purpose overlay. I don't know if you can see that. It's just numbered. On some overlays, this button down here on the right is enter. Instead of, so I don't know why EV is used this to go up and down, because this up here is the same as these two. This is actually the fire button. This is just like another fire button for some reason. Instead of like these and fire to select, but what we've got is these up and down, these left and right, so jump by a page up and down, and enter. And presumably we've got some utilities and stuff on some of these other ones. So let's check that out. Okay, so where are we? So that goes back up. So we can go into our APVS folder here. Actual menuing on a APVS machine. Down. Oh, down. Okay, yeah, down's that. That's back up. So these are games. So a bit like on the MSX, it's just in alpha order, which means that all of our alternate. Okay, yeah. So our folders are actually right at the bottom. These are exclusives. So these are like these I01 and I08. Those are Interton exclusives. Those are alternate. And all of these numbered ones are the Astronic. This is the Astronic list. So 29, is that shooting gallery? Let's find out. Okay, so now we do that. I know. So we do that, and then we press load. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shootout, that's what it is. I was going to say shooting gallery is much earlier in the sequence, isn't it? There too is gone AWOL. Let's go over there. And so if I turn it off and back on again, it'll take me back into Backbit. I suspect, let's just load Olympics. I suspect if I hit the back bit, yeah, it will jump me back here automatically. So yeah, there's like no reset required here. If I do that and hit load pro, okay. Yeah, so I suspect that there's a reset option on the adapter, meaning that you then don't need to press load program. But to be honest with you, I'm perfectly happy to use it as if it was a real cartridge and you have to press load program to get it started. VC6000. It's not 625, surely. It's a few hours up. Okay, so let's see what other options are. Do we have some other buttons that do something? channel. Okay, this is that's just gone back. That's just gone back. That's just gone up, hasn't it? Yeah. So up a folder. It looks like we don't have any settings or utilities. It would be nice. It would be nice to have the folders listed first. So, Spider's Web. I've never played Spider's Web. I saw one. I saw one go. UK Spider's Web. Well, I suppose that's not quite true, is it? I think I've played it on emulator. Oh, it plays nicely. Gosh, it plays nicely on here. I don't really know what the okay, well, that's at my lives, 4 lives, and you have to eat these twice, and you can't eat them if you're already toxic, I guess. So it's me that's toxic, rather than the enemy turning into ghosts, like he's running away from me. I go green to indicate that I'm toxic. Okay. So how do I clear a level then? Do I have to take all these insects out? Wow. Come from a long way off screen. One of the things I always reckon about these games is that there are not enough games designed for the analog joysticks. Too many of them do pseudo-digital, like this one, which it's not great because there's a big dead spot in the middle of the joystick range. Okay, I don't know what's supposed to happen here. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have just gone and eaten all of those power pills. I should probably read the instructions. Or just do this forever. Okay. Quite enough of that. Alright, so press Backbit again, and then reload. So we don't seem to have any settings, but this flipping works. Oh, here we go. Here's a game that does use the analog joysticks. But it doesn't make it easy. Still a brutally hard game. Especially if your joystick is a little bit dodgy. This is not though. This is about as... Oh, missed it. This is about as accurate as a joystick I've ever seen like without refurbishing it, without cleaning and replacing the contacts and everything. Amazing. Okay, well, in that case, the only thing left is to see if my code works, which is in a folder called My Code somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. Grid def. Try that. Wow. I really need to do more on this. But there it is. This is my little game experiment, or the latest version of it. There's hundreds of versions. And apologies for the flashing. The background is not supposed to be flashing. That was just an effect for trying out. And then, but these also show, if I can get to them. Yeah, I've probably actually. Do you know what? I've never played it with an actual joystick, and so now I can tell I've got the dead spot far too wide. And if you can see, if I put this sideways, it doesn't start moving until there and there. I can basically wiggle it. I've got this much play without it moving, which is too much. So this really was the main reason that I bought this Backbit, and it does great. And then these are like color overlap tests. So the ship that I'm controlling, as you can see, that it will only go where there's a dot, so it can't go into these dark spaces. So the idea of this game is that you have to defend the grid, and you've got enemies that are eating the grid, and then restricting your movement. And then in between levels, you get an amount of time to fix the grid, depending on how well you've done in that level. That's the idea. But yeah, so this little animated ship is cyan, and if we put another object over it that's white, then there's these color combinations are basically logical ORs. So that gives us this one gives us we can see the white through the gap, through the hole, essentially, in the animation. And when we do it on a blue and just a rotating magenta, and if we do that, we get green and yellow. So if you add cyan to yellow, we get green where the cyan is, and then the yellow poking through, which is quite nice. So those were just tests that I did. I'm not sure you can really see that very well, but tests that I was doing to see if there were some interesting color combinations, just in case I have a spare object on these levels where you're fixing the grid. Basically, this is testing the fix the grid part of the game. Anyway, it's absolutely wonderful to see code that I've written running on an original machine. How cool. Very cool. Ah, nice. Okay, let's this is a little test I did to see if it was possible to implement the game Black Box on this platform. I think I came to the conclusion that it probably wasn't. but I haven't finished deciding that. There might be some interesting options we can do, but basically even just drawing characters around the play field is challenging. Yeah, so that was a neat experiment that I'm not finished with either. And then what else we got? I think we've got menu. So this was my attempt at doing a menuing system for a cartridge like this Backbit, basically. And this is what I had. There's just enough time to rewrite each of these lines, and then I'm using the background to provide the selection. And the idea was that this is page one of a number of pages. You can't quite see it in the bottom right hand corner, but that right and left would move between pages. But yeah, I reckon it was possible. Again, I mean, you can't get more than 8 characters. Only 8 bits wide. So the 1 and the 2 are use object 1, the 3 and the 4 use object 2. You can stack them vertically, but you can't repeat them horizontally. So the most you can get is 4 objects horizontally, and so the most you can do is 2 characters per object. So everything has to be 8 characters, which obviously if I go back here, that's also what Evie has done. But you know, she's used big characters and that fill the screen. I was trying to get more things to happen vertically on mine to see how small I could make it. That was really the challenge. Like, could I make it so small that could I make it so small that there was the right gap to use the background as your select? And I think it is, which is all well and good if you can do all the display stuff at the top of the screen and then put all the logic for what to display after it. But that will be the next challenge to look at with this. Anyway. Nice, yeah. This gives me a lot of encouragement to keep working on the coding side of things, and you know, see how they actually behave on an original machine. That's really nice, though. One thing I really wish was that the directories displayed first, but I might just put an underscore in front of them and see if that works. Then there's this, the hobby cartridge. That's one thing the Backbit, of course, does not have, is the hobby cartridge's audio output, so that you can record your programs onto tape. That, I really want to try that. Of all of the machines of this generation that had coding cartridges, like the Atari 2600 basic cartridge and the coding cartridge for the Philips video pack, this platform is the only one that thought about storage. As far as I can tell, this is the only one where the cartridge that allows you to code has a cassette interface, and it was in the cartridge. How amazing. Anyway, I think that's enough for me today. Oops. There we go. Maybe I'll just try one more out. What would I like to look at? I mean, chess and drafts. Do these weren't these were the bigger ones, weren't they? Combat, blackjack. Yeah, these. I mean, I know all of these. Maths cartridges. These are rare because no one ever bought them. But then there's chess and draft, I think. And backgammon. Excuse me, there's a lot of dust in here. That were on the 4K cartridges, weren't they? Not the... Is that right? 4K instead of 2K or 8K instead of 4K? Can't remember. You'll know, Derek. But let's give these a pop. Let's go back up and do chess first. Wherever it went. I've gone past it. Maybe drafts first. Yeah, drafts. There we go. Wow, interesting. I love the way they use the background colours here. Okay, so how do we move? Do we move not with joysticks? Okay. So this... Oh, do these... So I'm using these keys at the bottom here to step through. I wonder if you can basically step through the pieces that you are able to move. So, and then press N. Oh, okay. Okay. All the bottom row go through those. And then can I... Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. Is this now player 2? So I could do that, and I could move it. Oh, there. Okay. And so now I can move that one to there. Try that. Okay. Right, I'm not going to spend ages figuring out how draft works. Let's try chess. Oh wow, it's just notation, huh? There's no board. What's that doing? Pressing game start and it's running through. Not quite sure. A1 to A1. Okay. This is player 2 then. E2, and then the piece, B2. Oh, knows that there isn't anything there, maybe. Okay. Well, again, I'm not going to figure out how that works. Backgammon. Oh wow, that's quite nice. God, look at that. What's it? Okay. So it looks like each of these is a is an object. So that's two objects. And then it must be using objects for the background as well. And so you've got 5 tiles here, and you could add to them up to a max of 8 by the looks of it. But I'd be amazed if there's enough time to write the same object here and here without. I suspect they have to jump. So you're looking at 2 objects for this column, 2 objects for this column, but then you're out of objects. So what's doing these backgrounds? That's a disassembly worth looking at, isn't it? This here, and the blue background, that's just switching the background color at the right moment. But these are far too stable and precise. They must be objects. And there's no background grid being used by the looks of it. And then you've got this bar in the middle here as well. How's that being generated? That's pretty clever. Oh wow. And then we've still got enough time to animate. Oh, what? It's playing itself? Okay, I'll press the button. Okay, did I get the right button? Oh. Okay, I selected one. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I definitely can change the width of the dead spot. Yeah, I know exactly how to. This backgammon though, Derek, but I have absolutely no idea how this is being done. Which button is it that? There. Oh, it says enter, and then I don't know how you select. I'm just pressing buttons at random, basically. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with the animated dice and the animated tiles, pieces. It's flipping genius. And are you also telling me that it's playing itself? 4s, and now it chooses what it's going to do with it. That's my turn. I'm not sure me pressing anything is actually doing anything. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing to select which of my pieces to move either. So I'm just pressing random buttons. Okay. And then... No, I don't want to move that one. How do I stop? Move? Oh, okay. That one. Sure. Now it's thinking. Good move. Alright. I'm super impressed. I love that I'm playing backgammon against old machine. It's just awesome. Oops. I just tapped the cartridge by accident. And then we get to play some of these exclusives on the machine that they were not intended for. So, not sure what these are. Casino games. This is Interton 9. So, oops. No. Wait, where did it go? Oh. Casino games. So running Interton games on an original Prinztronic VC6000. How's that? Amazing. Okay. I have no idea how to play this. This is obviously roulette. Do I press something to start it slowing down? Oh, there we go. Oh dear. Okay, let's reset. Oh look, different games. Okay, looks like there's 3 games. A roulette game. Is this a fruit machine game? Okay. 36. Can I... Oh! There we go. Oh, that's nice. Do I need to do something else? Something else slowing down? There we go. Come on. Okay, no idea how to play this. Starting to get a bit of image interference as well here, aren't we? I wonder if this machine is heating up a little bit now. Yeah, looks like it's stabilized. Cool. Alright, I think that's it. I'm going to end the stream. Apart from Derek, do let me know, won't you? Drop a comment in. If anybody's interested in these old machines and how they worked, who bought them, how much they were, how they fit into everything, and who made them and wrote programs for them, and how to write programs for them, just drop me a line. Stay tuned. So I hope you enjoyed it. There we go. I feel like my streaming set up a little bit because I think it's on the edge of what my machine is capable for. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday afternoon. So cheers everybody. See you, Derek. Talk to you soon.